Welcome. Thank you for visiting John's Jeep Garage. Today we're going to learn how to replace a rotor cap and the rotor itself. We'll talk about the wires, the spark plug wires, but today specifically will be rotor cap and the rotor. You want to change your rotor cap and rotor at least every 50,000 miles. That's kind of what the standard is. But I have a 1998 Jeep Wrangler TJ. I don't put that many miles on it, so every 3 years you want to replace it. Also, there may be some specific problems like cylinder misfires, other type of engine noises that it could be. I mean, I know those are symptoms for other things as well. Specifically, I took this Jeep in some deep water. I got some water in there, started having some misfiring, had some built up carbon, and with everything else that I did, I wanted to replace this as well. So I'm gonna take the opportunity and show you on the video. Thank you. So normally what you do is you just call your local auto parts store, let them know the year and model of your vehicle. We're working on a 1998 Jeep Wrangler 4-liter engine. I asked what they had. They had the standards, which I prefer. So I got the FD 177 from O'Reilly's and the Blue Streak from Standard, the FD 316 for the rotor. Again, it's up to you what you choose, but this is what we're working with today. There's a couple quick things we need to point out before we start. Just some basic knowledge. Down here on the passenger side of your car next to the engine block is the distributor cap. The rotor, of course, is underneath that cap. The engine block here, this is an inline 6 4-liter for the 1998 Jeep Wrangler. That means that from the radiator, your cylinders, there's 6 of them, are cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in that order. But you have to know how to connect the wires or the spark plug wires on the distributor cap in the right firing sequence. How do you know what the right firing sequence is? You either know it for a car that you're working on, or you can come and reference it on the manifold and you will see firing order 153624, or look it up online or in your owner's manual. Now, what is the firing order? Why is that important? Because when you're hooking up the distributor cap and the spark plug wires, you need to know which order they are in and how they're connected. And I will show you that next. Okay, let's look at some basics for the cap. This is an easy job replacing the rotor and a cap, especially if you note where cylinder number 1 goes on the existing cap. And if you do that and you trace the spark plug wire to cylinder number 1, and we know that's the first cylinder closest to the radiator on an inline straight 6 4-liter, that the 5 o'clock position, if you're looking at holding the cap in its exact position against the inline 6, sometimes there are cars which it will be more in the 6 o'clock position. And I'm giving you not the motor theory, I'm giving you the DIY easy way to look at it. But if you knew that this is cylinder 1, and you know the firing sequence is 153624, then this is 153624 in a clockwise position, and the center goes to your ignition coil, which you can see is right there and goes to the center. So that is really kind of a DIY explanation. I will give you a little bit more of the theoretical definition as well. Okay, I told you I'd give you a little bit of a mechanical theory behind this, but if this is your distributor cap and you're trying to figure out, how it works, imagine power coming from the center or from the ignition coil, and you have a rotor which is underneath the cap and it's spinning, and the power is going to the center, and as it's spinning, It's hitting every one of those connections, and every time it hits that connection, it's firing. Well, then when it is aligned, imagine it being underneath, when it's aligned to a particular one of these connections, and cylinder number 1 is at top dead center, and if you were manually turning your engine and getting it to top dead center, this rotor would stop and be at a particular connection. And you would know that that is cylinder number 1 because cylinder number 1's at top dead center, and the rotor is actually pointing to that one, and then you can sequence it from there in a clockwise position. All of that, if you really, really wanted to do that, more power to you, but I would just look it up online or make a very good notation of how these wires were connected in the beginning. And a simple way for a 1998 Jeep Wrangler is that with this connection right now, this 5 o'clock position, if you were standing from the passenger side to the engine block, and how it's connected would be cylinder number 1. Okay, so for me, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove all these wires. Now I did that knowing that that was my cylinder number 1. And today I'm not replacing the spark plugs, and today I'm not replacing the wires. But if I was, all I would do was disconnect them all from the spark plugs as well, remove the spark plugs, replace the spark plugs, and then replace the wires, as you'll see me do this today with the distributor, the new distributor cap and the rotor. There's 2 Phillips head screwdrivers, or screws. And what you're left with, the rotor. The rotor, one of the things just to remember, and it's easy, is remember the position that you removed it in, even though there's a slot, because all you're going to do is reach up, pull it out, there's a groove, but it will slide down in that same position. Just easier to remember. So this is the Blue Streak by Standard rotor. If you notice, it fits easily back in the position it was in. You just had to line it up with the slot and push it down. And now I'm going to replace the cap. Fit into place. And one thing to pay attention to is, if you notice, the cap comes with the screws in there. So it already comes with them as part of the integral unit. So once you line it up, you just tighten it down and you can go from there. So a snug fit, don't over tighten. You don't want to crack anything, but just hand tight with just a little turn. I'm not torquing anything on this. The next thing is to put my spark plug wires back on. I'm going to wait till last to do the ignition coil, which is the center. I know that this is cylinder number 1. So I connect cylinder number 1 first. And what is this? This would be 5. 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. So I'm going to connect all the wires in a clockwise position, put the center from the ignition coil, and we'll be done. Once you reconnect them, go back and confirm that everything is the right order, and then go ahead and start your vehicle. All right, let's test it out. running pretty smooth. New cap. All right, that's a wrap. Rotor cap, rotor, simple installation, a little bit of a explanation on how to find cylinder number 153624. That's a firing sequence on an inline 6 4-liter 1998 Jeep Wrangler. Same thing for an XJ with the 4-liter. Now, if you're replacing your spark plug wires and spark plugs and not the cap, the same theory applies. Find cylinder number 1 and then do a clockwise rotation from there. But that's it for today, and thank you for visiting John's Jeep Garage. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you.